Hey everybody, we're back. We're going to do the final on our Moebius Grim Reaper figure, 1/8 scale figure from Moebius Models that we're doing for the Hobby Link International Boyd Crompton Memorial Halloween Group Build, hosted over on Hobby Link International's forum page by Kenny Coughlin, who's a great guy, and thanks again for doing all you do for the community over there. Alright, so let's get started talking about the Reaper. We added lighting to his eyes. There's a red LED, actually it's a pink LED in there, so I could voltage match it with the green gold one that I had, or green yellow green, or whatever they called it on the one for the hourglass. We changed out the hourglass because the one in the kit was pretty gnarly. Let me show it to you here. Let me zoom in on it a little bit. They put the pins for it to put it together right in the middle of each of the globes of the hourglass, so that from the outside you saw either the pin or the two lugs in there, which really kind of ruins the effect. So I went on to the river that has everything and got one for the 1/12 scale dollhouse, which is almost like exactly the same size as the kit one. And we'll zoom in closer on that in a minute. And the only other part that I did not use were these fake grass plastic palm frond looking things. As we talked about in the update video, we used the pot toppers from Michael's, from the Ashland product, and then we dry brushed on some browns and some grays and whatnot, and then gave it a nice black coat of lacquer to dull down that neon green color. And in some areas, we'll see a lot of this better in the photos. But the other side of it is dirt. I don't know where to put it. Oh, here it is. The other side of that stuff is dirt. This is the top side when you get it. And it's got all this polyfill in the middle that I used to do the old man's beard, aka Spanish moss, back there in the back. So it's kind of neon-y, greeny, astroturfy, the package, but say just dry brushed it with some browns and some dark greens and some grays, and then I hit it with a flat coat, and it turned out what we see here. I need to adjust my camera a little bit so we can kind of zoom in on him here. There's a face only a mother could love. We painted this with the black primer, then did some various grays and brown dry brushings over it, and washes to get him out to the color that I wanted. And we came back in, and there's our dollhouse hourglass. Again, we put a green light LED behind it so that it lights up, which I think is a cool effect. And then we've got down here, so that's the pot topper stuff with the that's been dry brushed and flat coated. The only thing I really didn't like about this kit was the gravestones have really goofy, tacky sayings, or like here's lies Frank something. It was dumb. I was gonna just turn around and run them backwards, but I didn't. I should have probably done that. I just left them blank. Let's see. So here's our lighting source. It's a 3-volt. Holds 2 AAAs. It's got an on-off switch on it. We can just kind of tub it up in there, and I can turn it sideways, and it stays. And we'll turn this around. Get you back down. Zoom this out so you can see we did the old man's beard Spanish moss set on the tree to give it a little bit of interest other than just a stick. On the side here, let me see if we can adjust and zoom in on the side out here. We added the steel bands onto it. It did not have any at all. Just had the handle sticking out, and then we'll move up. And move it over because it's probably easier. Then again, a lot of dry brushing and washes onto the blade. Let me do this a different way. Let me move him instead of trying to move the lens. And then we included just along the very ends, we put a little bit of AK Super Chrome. So it made it look like a rusty iron with the sharpened blade. Let's see if it shows up on the back side. So that's our Grim Reaper for the group build. I'll add a bunch of pictures here at the end, and I will put he was in frame now, wasn't it? I'll add a bunch of pictures at the end for the of it, and then we'll submit some of those to Kenny for the contest. So that, I want to say, if you'd like to get one of my shop cards, I do have the new ones in, but we're not going to release them until after the Acme show, because I debut my new cards there every year. But if you want one, go ahead and shoot me an email with your address, and I will put you on the list, and I will mail them on the day I get back from Acme. So with that, we'll say good morning, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world when you watch this video, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.